Our case study involves the good practice of generalized advertising. The main goal is to reduce single-use plastic promotional signs by implementing changes to the current advertising procedures. First, exchanging plastic materials for sustainable ones. Second, avoiding the use of information related to one specific event. The starting point for this practice would be to establish well-defined goals, mission, and vision of the organization. The next step would be to work with a graphic designer to create general visual related to the organization. Then, finding an advertising company that works with sustainable materials such as microfiber banners, photocalls, or others to ensure no plastic is used. Now, in the face of a sport event, it would be time to choose the best suite merchandise for the event, choosing also an elevated place to display them at the venue to avoid the match. When it comes to durability, it would be recommended to keep the designs and materials for a minimum of 3 years, but it would also be advised to revise the visual and update them so the organization can keep up to date with the world tendencies and thus ensuring that people's attention is captured. Factors like participants and venue's characteristics aren't all that relevant. On the contrary, materials are primordial. All merchandise should be fabricated without the use of plastic and favoring other sustainable fabrics like microfiber. Our sport organization, Unió de Consells Esportius de Catalunya, has been doing this good practice for a couple of years, and we have come up with a few tips that could help you better implement it. The most important thing would be to establish a good amount of general designs that best represent the organization. To avoid repetitive promotional materials, it would be good to have more than one visual design and to rotate the available merchandise among the different sport event editions. Secondly, it's important to have an adequate storage place for these materials to avoid deterioration due to nature exposure. We recommend keeping a record of the materials the organization has and at which events they have been used to avoid them being lost. This way, we ensure the correct care of the materials so that they last the minimum of 3 years mentioned before and, if possible, even longer, thus avoiding the waste of materials and the economic cost of having to replace them. We can't finish without mentioning the impact and results of this good practice. Among them, we have the decrease of single-use plastic merchandise in sport events, having reusable merchandise that lasts several years if well taken care of, reducing costs for the organization and the footprint decrease when eventually the organization has to dispose of the merchandise thanks to the sustainable materials they are made of. Having arrived to the end of our exposition, we appreciate your attention and hope to have inspired you to carry out our generalized advertising practice within your own organization.